School's out. Time for summer on the Saco. But remember some important things while playing in the summer, like camping and canoeing, swimming, hiking, with or without your dog. My name is Forrest, and I'll tell you a bit about how to best use the Saco River in the summer so that it doesn't hurt it.
Camping is one of the most exciting parts of a summer vacation, and the Saco has many good campgrounds where you can camp, swim, and just have fun. These are places like Fiddlehead Campground in Fryeburg, Maine,
In Swanfall Campground, Fryeburg, Maine, Canal Bridge Family Campground, Fryeburg, Maine, Lynn Acres Campground, Brownfield, Maine, and Run River Campground, Brownfield, Maine. All of these campgrounds have similar rules to protect the river. Follow these rules as they are important to enjoy the river in future summers. Rules like
leave no trace, which has its own really important rules, like 1. Campfire safety. We know not to touch fire, but it is also important to think about what you burn. Use local wood for your fires. All the camps mentioned sell it. Local wood equals good fires. Other wood has invasive bugs that'll hurt the plants. Other wood equals bad campfires.
bugs are small and it is impossible to know if your wood has them. Native plants are not armed up for invasive bugs, so the bug eats too many, both killing the plant and hurting other animals that might eat the plant otherwise.
Make sure your fire is in an established ring. Make sure your fire is small. And make sure your fire is completely ash and out before leaving it. Not following these fire rules could destroy the Saco and the animals that live in it by dirtying the water and or destroying the plants. 2. Bring in, bring out. If everyone left their garbage, it would look like this. For you, it might look like this. Only a couple of things, but you aren't the only people here. More people doing this, plus the wind moving it, would look like this. So make sure to pick up all your trash, as it can make the river ugly, and it can hurt and kill the animals. 3. Leave what you find. Imagine nature as a puzzle. Now imagine you take away a couple of pieces. Now what if those pieces got moved a little? This is what animals see when you move around their environment. Now let's say you don't take anything, but you just move around a lot of stuff. This also greatly affects the wildlife. When playing in the Saco, you are in the homes of the wildlife. If you move all of their things, it becomes difficult. It wasn't easy to figure out what the picture was when you took the pieces out or moved them, now was it? So respect the wildlife and leave their homes as you found it. Small movements are fine, but leave it as close as to the way you found it as possible. 4. Respect the wildlife. Observe from a distance. Animals look friendly, but they are wild and are dangerous. If you get too close, it will stress them out, which will hurt them. Do not feed any animal you see. It will teach them not to fear humans, which will put you and the animal in danger. It will also cause the animal to forget to look for its own food, which could kill it in times people aren't there to feed them. It can also cause the animal to stay in places it normally wouldn't. Geese poop is high in nitrogens, which will make the water unsafe to swim and will hurt the Saco's water, plants, and animals. While it is awesome to see animals, make sure you follow these rules to keep them, you, and the Saco safe. When it comes to protecting the Saco, there is more to sustainable fun than just leave no trace, and I'll talk about those in a moment. Summer is sunny, and to protect yourself from the sun, you have to use sunscreen. But sunscreen can dump harmful chemicals into the water. These chemicals also can irritate the skin and hurt the Saco and the animals in it. So use sunscreens that say for sensitive skin, because they oftentimes are also better for water. To minimize the chemical dump, put sunscreen on 30 minutes before going out to swim. Proper skincare is important. If you have very pale skin, using sun clothes is much safer for you and for the Saco. But if you are going to use sunscreen, be smart about it and enjoy your time in the sun. Another fun way of using the Saco is to fish. Use live or natural baits. Understand the regulations and ethics, such as size and species. Practice catch and release. It is important in fishing as much as any other way you play on the Saco to be sustainable. Lastly, when you go out to play on the Saco, try to carpool. Not only a fun ride with friends, but carpooling limits the CO2 emitted, limiting the pollution in the Saco. Also remember when hiking, camping, picnicking, cooking, or whatever play you do in the Saco, to use sustainable practices. Remember to have a fun, safe, and sustainable summer. And if you would like to learn more about the Saco, you can use these references, which will also be linked under the video. Thank you and have a great summer.